So I always say that my job is a unique position here at the university because I am not only the counselor, but I'm also the care manager. And it's the only position that exists like this. I'm the only social worker on campus, so I hold a social work degree in a master's in social work, but I have a licensure for Indiana and Kentucky. Um, so in general, what I do is I hold a caseload that I work for counseling services. I also do like the emergency based care management pieces. So if a student is struggling financially, if their car breaks down and they're not sure how to get to and from school, if they are no longer able to live where they are and they need housing, people will say, call Karen. So I take those calls. I try to find services in the community to assist them. It's kind of like the whole field of social work is resource building, connections, networking, creating those bridges where there are gaps. So that's the world I live in. One of the biggest projects that we've worked on since I started out. It'll be 5 years in January since I've been here. So we started the emergency food pantry, which is we now call the Grenadier Grab and Go. So that's a project that we noticed students were hungry. And I think if we don't ask the right questions, we'll never get the answers that we know exist. And it's easy for us to know students are struggling because their grades aren't lining up, but some students are struggling while their grades are still matching their performance, but they're struggling outside. So I also run the food pantry, so any donations that come in, I sort them, I categorize them, I put them in boxes, I take them down to the police station for them to hand out. We hand them out up here, and then people pull from shelves up here. We also oversee the emergency grant. So when you say, what do I do? There's quite a few things. The emergency grant is a small pocket of monies that are available to our students in those financial situations where a resource is not available or it's beyond the level where a resource would kick in. So maybe they've had to overdraw a financial account, their bank account, in order to have their car repairs made so that they can get to class because it's almost finals week and we want to make sure that we're getting through the rest of the semester. So we can give them $300 to help take care of financial needs in that time. There are some stipulations that we have to work through, and it goes through the financial aid department to make sure that there's no other aid available to them that we want to help them out with, or sometimes there are monies that we can drop down and become available to them. So I navigate a few different hats. I'm also an adjunct faculty. So I teach a course on campus. So I know students in a lot of different ways. And then there's a lot of students who know of me but haven't met me, or that I've talked to through email or phone calls and haven't had that face-to-face contact. So